You can call me whatever you want, just not late for dinner.
Welcome to our channel, Tim and Kate's Excellent Adventures Cruise Edition.
Today we're going to talk about dining options on the Norwegian Encore, what we liked and what we skipped. Well, please note that we liked everything we ate, so...
Yeah, wasn't much that we skipped.
No. Well, there were a couple of specialty dining options we didn't enjoy.
Yes, and it was just, we just didn't have the time, or we were just like, hey, we'll hit the buffet. So, talking about buffet, we'll talk about that first.
I mean, it's a cruise ship. Everybody does a buffet on the cruise ship.
Yeah, we'll do the complimentary.
Even though we didn't start with the buffet with our eating from one end of the cruise ship to the other, we started in the observation lounge, but we'll talk about the buffet.
Yes, so the buffet is complimentary, so anybody can enjoy it. It is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do note that those, there are times when it is not open, so you want to make sure you know what time it is open so you can kind of prepare for that, especially if you want to eat there, if that's like the main place that you're going to eat. They have water and juices and things like that are part of it. Mm-hmm. If you got like a specialty package like the soda packages, you would go to the bar for that, and then you would have to show off your key card. And
there is a bar, and they do serve alcohol at that bar too. So if you've bought a drink package or you just want to charge it to your room, show them your key card, and then you'll have a drink.
Yeah. And then they pretty much just have like what you would think of as for a buffet. They have different stations, and they had, all sorts of things from pizza to Indian food,
hamburgers, and and one that I was kind of shocked about, grilled cheese.
Yeah. And they kind of had certain things that were there all the time. Like they had the pizza, the burgers, the hot dogs. Like those were pretty much a staple all the time. Every night they kind of had like a little theme, like a special. Mm-hmm. So they might have more of like a Chinese theme. They may have fish. But then they
Mexican theme one night.
Oh yeah, they had Mexican. But they'll always have those staples of a big salad bar. They had a lot of desserts.
They did have a lot of desserts and ice cream.
Yes. So they had two types of ice creams. One was those soft served ice creams that you just go up, get it yourself. Then they had like specialty ice cream where they served you just said what you wanted, and they had like at least 10 different
kinds.
Yeah. And those were really good. Once we like decided to do it, we were kind of like, why did we not do this every day? But we enjoyed it.
We didn't do it every day because my shirt was fitting a little tight.
And then I was like, oh, who cares? So the buffet is for everybody. Like you said, you go, you get your food on your own like any other type of buffet. They will come at your table. They will come and like pick up your dishes and things like that. Do know, like we didn't know this right away until we sat down. They do have silverware, like by your plates and all of that. But they also have silverware sitting at the table. So don't worry if you forget to get silverware, or if you're just like, I don't have room in my hands for silverware. It'll be at the table for you.
Absolutely.
The observation deck. They also have a very, very limited kind of snacks, but like higher end snacks, like quiches, sandwiches, fruit.
Lots of fresh fruit up there.
Yeah. And then some drink, like the juice, coffee, things like water, things like that as well.
And it being a cruise ship, they also have a bar.
Yes. Also have a bar so you can get your drinks, your soda, all of that. And that was great if you missed the opportunity to go to the buffet.
Yeah, if you overslept for the buffet on a sea day, I'm not judging.
Right.
But they do. They're like, you can't eat here. You must go to the observation lounge.
Right. Which totally fine. They have snacks and stuff like that.
They
So
do.
you're always able to find somewhere to eat.
Yes.
So you don't worry about that. And those two things are only like a floor away
They
from
are.
each other. So it's super, super easy for
Right.
that. So then the other complimentary places are the dining rooms, and that is the Manhattan Room, Savor, and Taste.
Yes.
The Manhattan Room is going to be a large dining room that quite a few people can fit in.
Yes.
And then Savor and Taste are going to be those smaller, like more of a restaurant feel in the sense of that the size. And those two are like literally across the hall from each other. The thing that Tim and I did is we walked there and we saw that there wasn't that big of a line to get into one. So that's the first one that we went to. We went to dinner there. And then we decided the next time when we went to breakfast, we went to the other one. And we went to Manhattan Room as well for dinner right before we went and saw their Broadway show. And the thing to know about those is you're being served.
Yes.
So if you would rather have that type of experience other than getting it yourself as a buffet, all of those dining rooms are going to have the same menu. So it doesn't matter which one you decide to go to. You don't have to worry about, well, which one has this. They're all going to have the same food. And those you can as well go to breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Absolutely. The local, yes.
Yes.
That's in the middle of the ship, just above the atrium.
This is more of like a bar food type place, and it's a bar atmosphere. And they have small bites, depending on what time you go,
Right.
they have like small bites. So they have kind of different menus. Like one night we did have like their small bite menu.
Yes.
Like we got some wings and like salad or something.
Yes.
I don't know why we decided we were like, we need lettuce.
We need lettuce.
And then another night we went and we just had dessert.
We did.
So we did enjoy that. So that is one that you can go to. Do know that you do have to check in. You
Yes.
can't just go sit down. You want to just check it. They have a hostess station. You just check in, let them know that you're there, and then you can go sit.
Starting off with upscale dining options, there is an optional Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like Starbucks at home.
Yes.
Like they do everything there that Starbucks at home does. You can charge to your room, or you can use the Starbucks app to pay.
Yeah, and you can also, they do actually have a package where you can get a drink package. It's just your Starbucks package. We did think about doing that, but we realized so that we could get points towards our Starbucks is just loading a Starbucks card. We took a screenshot of that so that in case we couldn't get on the internet and we didn't want to use our internet package, we just took a screenshot of it and then we were able to have them scan that, and that's how we bought our drinks.
And they give you a receipt telling you what your balance is on your Starbucks card. We bought the commemorative mug from the Been There series across the globe.
Yes. So we do like to get Starbucks mugs wherever we go. It's just kind of a fun little souvenir for us. And so when we knew that Encore had their own, we knew we were going to get one, and we did. And just so you know, they also actually had one for Miami as well that you could get one there, and that's where we embarked.
We embarked.
We departed from there. So yeah, so that was one of our fun little things. So they do have that as well. And they have a bunch of them. They only have a few out, but they said they have a lot of them. So don't worry about running there like we did the first day to be like, we gotta get our mug. And then they're like, let's get to see so you don't have to pay the Miami tax. Which was nice that they did that for us.
Our next stop on the dining ladder is specialty dining. There is a premium charge for specialty dining, and you do need to make reservations. If you have a package, you can include specialty dining in the package. So we had, I think it was called More at Sea, where we were able to get drinks packages and 2 complimentary dining sessions.
Yes, and they've changed the name of that and rebranded it just a little bit, and things are, I think, a little bit different on it, but we were able to have 2 specialty dining. And if you wanted, you could go to one both times.
Yes.
Or like we did, we tried 2 different. And then if you would like to go to other ones, you could do that as well. We tried out 2.
Bistro and Cagney's.
Yes. And Le Bistro French. And we really enjoyed our meal there. We got to try
escargot. I wasn't initially thrilled with the idea of having escargot until I tried it. And I was like, well, this is pretty good. I'll try this again sometime.
Yeah, that was really good. So we were able to get 3 appetizers, which sounds crazy, but an appetizer also could be like a salad. So that's why we got the escargot. Then we each had like a salad, and then our entrees and dessert, of course. And
absolutely.
And I believe we even had coffee at that one.
We did. We did.
So yeah, so we really enjoyed that. We did that on our first day night on the ship. And we would actually suggest doing that because it was not busy.
There was nobody there.
Yeah, I think everybody was at the buffet. So that was really nice as well. Like people hadn't booked their specialty dining right away. And then the next one that we went to a few days later,
Cagney's
Steakhouse.
It's really good.
And they also had seafood. That one we definitely would recommend. And how we chose these restaurants is we watched videos just like this, and we joined Facebook groups, and we just learned that these were really, really good, and we were like, we're gonna try them. We've heard great things about all the other ones too. We just decided these were the 2 that we wanted to try.
Yeah. So the ones we didn't try, I understand that there's a teppanyaki on board. If you don't know, that's the Japanese Benihana style. There's also Food Republic, which is an Asian fusion, and I've heard really good things about that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that one.
And they also have a Texas barbecue, and I've not heard bad things about that. The Texas barbecue one, they also have entertainment in there that is more country western music style. So if that's what you're into, that could be a place to hang out. And from what I understand, you don't necessarily have to dine there to listen to the entertainment. So
maybe just grab a drink or something.
Yeah.
And then they also had that newer one, the Mediterranean
one. Oh, that's right. They call it Onda by Scarpetta. It's their Italian themed Mediterranean restaurant.
Yeah. So lots of choices. I don't think you can go wrong, really. If there's something that you're like, I love this type of food, or hey, like for us, we don't go to French restaurants, so that was kind of a cool thing to get to try.
Absolutely.
And really enjoy.
It was great.
And if you're not into that, you have the Manhattan Room and the other dining halls that are free, and you have the buffet. We did the buffet probably more than any other dining. It was just easier.
It was.
We were just like, oh, let's just run down there, and then we're going to go, sit in the Vibe, or, something
go
like
hang
that.
out in the observation lounge afterwards and, just chill out.
Yeah.
One thing we did not take advantage of either was room service. I believe that they can bring you anything from the main dining rooms for a small $4.95 fee, I think.
I believe that could change, so always just check.
Yes,
always check those
sure.
things. We, like Tim said, we didn't do that, but it is an option. There was something that I thought about, we should do that and then sit out on our balcony. But we were always just like ready to go and explore the ship and see what was happening. So, and hang out in the buffet and get our ice cream.
Yes. Got to get your ice cream. It's like a requirement.
Yeah. So hopefully this video helped you kind of just think about what you would like to do for your meals. Really wanting to try out those specialty dining, to make sure to book that prior to getting on the ship, because you're not going to be able to, they're going to be booked up.
Yes. So if you liked this video, you've been here long enough, I'm going to ask for you to subscribe. And if you've sailed on the Norwegian Encore, why don't you tell us what your favorite dining option was in the comments?
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye. See you on the next one.